going to be a Chelsea win, isn't it?
You're such a nice guy, I feel like I'm not even argue with you. Like, I believe myself and Rory are here to give you our combined 11 of Arsenal and Chelsea. And obviously make sure you leave your comments underneath the video and tell us if you agree, if you don't agree, if we should have put someone else in there. But let's start with the goalkeeper. And I'm going to go with Courtois.
I can't argue with that, can I?
Nah, not really, man. Cech is a bit old, he's getting on, back's gone.
Do you think so? Do you think it's done for Cech?
I don't think he's done, but I just don't think he's half the man he used to be, do you know what I mean?
It's amazing to hear you say that, you know, because when we sold him to you, I was heartbroken.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago though. I think you were heartbroken more at the fact that you're sending him to a rival.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean? In opposed to him leaving the club. If he went over to like Juventus or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I wanted him to go to PSG, but when he signed for you, I was worried, but yeah, hasn't quite worked as you hoped, has it?
Finished second, won an FA Cup. Now, not at all. Not what I imagined.
Thibaut Courtois was our number one.
100%. All right, we're going to do the Chelsea formation as well as the Arsenal one now, adopted by Wenger. 3 at the back, 4 in midfield, 2 behind the striker. What 3 with do you go at the back?
Right, I'm going to start with my trump card. The best player in Chelsea's back line. I can't see there being any arguments here, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going for Cesar Azpilicueta.
Totally agree. Fantastic player. I thought he was just a fullback, but
no, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
He's unreal, man. He's completely unreal. So I can't even argue with that.
I completely agree. He's our best centre half, and he's a right back. Let's hear your suggestion.
My trump card is a little bit inconsistent for me in terms of sometimes he makes monumental errors, like the game against Everton, the last game of the season. But by far, I believe our best centre back, and I think he's better than David Luiz and Cahill, is Laurent Koscielny.
I concede this one, but I would fight till my last breath for David Luiz being in this team. You've got to remember, David Luiz, the role that he plays for Chelsea is such an incredible thing because he sort of plays 2 positions. He plays the defensive role that John Terry used to play. Yeah. And then when Cesc Fabregas wasn't in the team, which was a lot of last season, he was playing the creative midfielder as well. So he was doing 2 jobs.
Courtois in goal, Azpilicueta, Koscielny, David Luiz. And now we move on to our wing backs. All right, let's start off with the right. I think Victor Moses proves his worth on the FA Cup final day. I believe Bellerin is better than him.
It's very difficult for me to argue with you here. Victor Moses had a very good season for Chelsea overall, considering his limitations. He did quite well, but we were on for a double. It's a historic thing. No manager's ever come in and done it in his first year, and Victor Moses goes mental. It's a sad state of affairs.
Bellerin's going to be on the right-hand side for us. On the left-hand side, I mean, can I say Monreal? I would prefer to say Alonso. I think he had a better season last year. He looks more accomplished than anyone we've got. Me personally, I'll go with Alonso. I don't know what you think.
I love Alonso. I think he's a really good player. He's got a great eye for a goal. He strikes a wonderful dead ball. Maybe it's Alonso's position.
I'll give it to Alonso. He's decent looking. He's Spanish. His name's Alonso. So are we all just going to say Kante goes in there now?
Yeah, should we just do that? Yeah. So Kante's in. No need for any debate.
And then obviously Welsh Jesus. I love him, but I don't.
Do you love him?
I do.
Really? Is that the general consensus among Arsenal fans?
No.
Is he no.
He's not a popular guy.
Coming up against
Bakayoko.
Exactly.
It's not really fair, is it?
Doesn't look good on paper, no. I think that he's going to take the Premier League by storm.
I have to hold up my hands and say, yeah.
So we're going Kante, Bakayoko.
I've got no choice really, to be fair. The 2 in front now. This is where I feel like I have a bit of a say. I think the contenders are Eden Hazard, Pedro, Özil, and Sanchez. After that, I don't really think there's...
Do you make a case for Oxlade-Chamberlain?
Nah, not at all.
Hey, we want him. I think a lot of Chelsea fans would be very, very happy for him to sign for us.
I'd rather, me personally, I think Eden Hazard and Sanchez is dangerous. You're talking about 2 players that are probably getting to most sides in the world.
Mate, how privileged are we that we're leaving a player of Mesut Ozil's calibre out of this team?
Well, next to Hazard, I mean...
Yeah, no, Hazard's in, Sanchez is in, but do we need to go back to the drawing board on our formation and try and incorporate Ozil?
For me, no, because if you're good enough, you'll be there. If you're not, you're not.
And the season that Pedro had, even. Okay, but no, it is what it is. Let's stick with our initial approach.
This is the problem though up front. It's 2 ignorant forces. One, Mr. Morata, who had an indifferent season last year, scoring against a lot of mediocre clubs. The season before at Juventus, you know, an integral figure. And Lacazette, never really been tested at the top level. I don't know who I'd put up front, if I'm honest with you. If whoever you go with, I'm just going to be like, all right, cool.
It's very difficult for us to have this argument, really, because we haven't got a season to compare it to.
If Costa was still here, there would be no argument. That boy against Arsenal was the only player I was afraid of.
It's a heartbreaker because he's so good at football. I'm going to make the case for Morata. I think that's my duty. And he actually had the best conversion rate, in terms of like putting his chances away, best conversion rate in Europe.
All right.
Make of that what you will.
Great.
Best conversion rate in Europe, scored goals in the Champions League, scored goals at the highest level in both Italy and Spain.
Do you know what? I'll give it to Morata, mate. I'll give it to Morata. He's been tested at the highest level. He's played for Juventus, he's played for Real Madrid. Lacazette's only played for Lyon, from my understanding. We've got Courtois in goal. We've got two Chelsea boys at the back in Azpilicueta and David Luiz, with Koscielny also there. So that's 3-1 to Chelsea so far. We've then got Bakayoko and Mr. Kante in centre midfield, with Alonso on the left. Poor little lonely Mr. Bellerin on the right, with Sanchez and Hazard, with Morata up front. So it's pretty dominant in Chelsea.
It's a good team. That is a really good team. How well does that team do if it competes in the Premier League?
Oh, win it. It's not even Morata's the problem, it's Hazard and Alexis Sanchez.
If you think that Morata has limitations, it's irrelevant how limited he is, because he's going to be receiving how many opportunities from Hazard and Alexis every week. That is a superb team. But what's the final score?
Well, we got 3. Sorry, Arsenal fans, man. Do you know what? Maybe I'm not the best. Maybe we should have Robbie here. Or like, I don't know, Troops. Or...
I didn't expect it to go that well. When I did it myself, it was a far more even split.
Nah, I'm just an honest man. Well, everyone, please leave comments and let us know what your thoughts are on our team. And you know what? Leave your teams in the comments as well. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more of an even split, but if you're an honest man like myself, I pretty much doubt it. Like, share and subscribe. I've been Poet. Rory, thank you.
It's a pleasure, always a joy.
What's the score going to be anyway? Can we sure?
2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'll go with that as well.
That's the spirit.